What up? What up? What up? We here, tapped in. Y'all see the ooh, that joint look good. We're ready to knock out a bunch of these for the homecoming. It's gonna be the design for the year. And so, yeah, that's what we got going on today. Knocking a couple hoodies out with some transfers. Knocking some out with some transfers. The 3X's, you gotta remember to slide up a little bit. Don't know what my day looks like. Don't know if I got a bunch of meetings today or not. Um, for the most part, we should be pretty clear. Waiting on my hoodie pack to arrive. 3X2, yeah. Waiting on my hoodie pack to arrive, and then once my hoodie pack arrives, we will be Lysol printing, Lysol printing like crazy. And so that's my plan. For the next couple of days, tomorrow I'll be on the food truck. For you guys who don't know, I'm doing marketing for a food truck. I got something. Listen, if you guys are not on the email list, get on the email list. If you get on the email list, I will be doing a workshop next month. I'm not next month. The 25th and 26th, I believe, from 11:30 Eastern, from 11 Eastern to 12:30. We'll be doing the homepage, right? Six-figure, one-page website, which essentially is we will be putting together a homepage for your business, something that you can do, something that will be a stepping stone to you going to the next level and getting things in order. I'm breaking down the process, I'm simplifying it, and I'm gonna give you guys the playbook. All you got to do is run the play. Okay? This is the same thing that I'm doing inside of companies when I consult and they pay me hefty to to put together a marketing plan and put some things in place for the business to grow. And so I want to make sure that as I'm doing that, I'm always giving back and reaching back. So people have joined me um, over the last few weeks on different topics, and so I've invited you guys. Um, so that's one, and I'm not sure that this applies to anybody here, but the second thing that I have for you guys is that this Thursday, 2 days from today, we will be doing. I'll be talking to a few of my buddies who make content about how they can monetize, how they should monetize, what they should be doing, what they should be thinking about, and how they can maneuver moving forward. All right, and it is one person from this community as well that will be on the call that I'm working with on some upcoming projects, and so I'm able to give my expertise on you know what you should be doing as a person who was and kind of is an influencer in the space, content creator, right? To a now a person who runs campaigns through content creators and puts together marketing plans. And so they're in different industries. One of them is a food critic. Been working on it for the last year or so. Made some traction. We did a rebranding for him. Did some merch for him, and he's getting some traction now, and so we want to make sure that we can capitalize on the traction. So he's like, yo, I need to monetize this. So I'm like, cool, let's jump on a call, schedule a time, and I'll get in with you. And we'll get some things done. Ultimately, what I'm going to do is give them the game and then offer to help them negotiate if they got any deals or anything on the table, set rates, all of that kind of stuff, and ultimately um, manage the negotiations of what it could be, and so could be pretty interesting. I just want to test the waters in other fields and other industries as I expand, and try to go and see if we can land some deals and different things like that, because that's pretty much what I did, right? I figured out a way to monetize what I was doing, and then I figured out a way to make companies pay me so you guys wouldn't have to. And we can do that in a bunch of different spaces in a bunch of different ways. And so I want to make sure that my guys are good on that side, as they are out in pursuit of, um, doing more, making more money, all the above. I think I got one more box hoodies over there, and I'll be out of here. I think it's time to get me one of them HPN True Specs. This thing's so huge. Pause. For X's. What y'all think about the sweatshirt though? That's the school university logo right there. It look crazy because here I can't really see it, so and I got it on. Can't really tell how potent it is until I see a photo, but even still, it's like, does it look that good? I will move it up, moving on the units. We got new stencils coming today. Perfected some things out. I hear a lot of talking. This must be mad at Banks. But there's only one problem. Ain't as bad as Banks. Da 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 da. Some shirts too. Some shirts too. Nice to see you too, man. Thanks. Yeah, man. Never stop. The beauty about this business is, man, it's always something you can have in your back pocket. You know what I'm saying? No matter what you want to do, you can just have a heat press. I got so many friends over the years, women that I talked to or dated, that still got heat presses to this day. Because you could be working, get a new job. Next thing you know, you land a little side money. So easy. You know how it goes. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. What's my opinion on POD? I hate it. I don't like it. Um, I think there's today more options for POD, or options for it. Just really depends. Like I think POD is cool for like an Etsy store if you go the route of Rich, and you're kind of working and you're putting together like random products. If you're selling a bunch of random stuff, but I think for most people, the niche area will make them more money if they just focused in on the niche, and then how they fulfilled the project is really, it's a number of ways. So you can do a form of POD, meaning partner with somebody with a small shop, not me, but somebody like myself, where you guys see me do the builder brand stuff, and all of that kind of stuff. And so I would say if you were to go down that path and that route, you would find that you could achieve better results in what you're doing, right? Hopefully that makes sense. So what I'm saying, let me move this over here. What I'm saying to you in essence is that, like, forget, like, we've been taught to put our mind on how we're going to make stuff. Forget who's going to print it, how it's going to be made. Go find the audience that's going to buy it. So if you do that, then everything else becomes null and void. Whether it's POD or you partner, you need quantity. The point is to get so many sales that it becomes a problem. And that's where I'm like, if you guys see, right, the non-popular content, I'm trying to show y'all how to get to a bag. I'm trying to show y'all, like, bro, stop doing everything for everybody. Niche down, right? And it's the cliche things that we don't think about. But when you can really target, and it doesn't mean you only have to have one, but you already got the generic brand, the generic company, Gourmet Print and Design, right? If you can go then niche down to something where you are the go-to person in that space, you got an audience, you got a customer base. If you got orders, you can find somebody to print them, and it doesn't have to be POD. The thing that I don't like about POD is like you got no control over the process, right? So if you're selling a bunch of random stuff, then sure, no problem, because you're trying to see what sticks. But on the other hand of that, it's like if you're trying to create something long lasting around one concept or idea or one niche, if that is what you're trying to do, then POD doesn't give you that personal feel that you want when you shop at a brand. Be the place that you would shop at. Would you shop somewhere that's giving you POD shirts? If you would, then go be a POD guy. Me personally, I wouldn't. I shop at the blank supplies because I wear plain clothes and blank stuff. That's where I shop. So that's what I want to be right now. When it comes to um, thinking and considering your consumer, is your consumer going to a place where they just buying random items, or they going to stores, right? Like there's a certain demographic of people that might shop at Hot Topic, or I don't know if they'll pick up a shirt from Rite Aid and all of that kind of stuff. That give me POD vibes. Nothing wrong with it. You got people that, in my area, they buy blank t-shirts from the corner store. That's a certain kind of t-shirt. Then you got me. I'm like, bro, I'm not getting a shirt out of a corner store. I need to go to H&M or Forever 21. I need something that's soft, right? Like, then you got the athletic people who want to wear aloe. And so what are you going to do based on the demographic audience? What product are you going to serve? I might buy a POD shirt if I'm on a vacation somewhere going to get a souvenir. That give me POD vibes. That's gonna be the new term. POD vibes. So am I saying that there's anything wrong with POD? No, there's not anything wrong with POD. I'm telling you, it don't freaking matter about how you gonna produce the shirt. If you're gonna use transfers, if you're gonna screen print it, what company you getting from, none of that shit matters. You better build a business. They tricked us. We were tricked. Duped. The same person owning the POD company owns a screen print shop, partner with the blank company, partner with the patch company. Bro, just figure out how to build a business and the rest of it to take care of itself. That's all we talk about inside of Six Figure Printers Club. Make a product, put it in front of the right audience. Make a product, put it in front of the right audience. Go wherever it takes to go put it in front of the right audience. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm almost to the point where I'm like, man, stop showing up to these industry shows. Now, you need to know that back end, but when it comes to your business, you shouldn't only be going to one of these industry shows or two or three of these industry shows. You need to be going to events that's for your demographic. If you like doing sports stuff, you need to be going to the Glazier clinics, right? Glazier clinics is football coaches. That's where they go and they get their knowledge. And the college coaches come talk to the high school coaches. And you can put your company in front of all of the coaches. If you make uniforms or that's your thing, that's where you need to be. Finding your local, cheerleading competition that you can go to. So you need to be doing a multitude. You need to be growing your knowledge inside the industry, but you need to be going and getting in front of your audience. Everybody's sitting behind the phone thinking that shit cool, that it's going to just come to you. How do I stand out? Your pictures is trash. Your products are not unique. When I work with Heat Transfer Warehouse, I told them that exactly. There's nothing about you that makes you stand out. That's where the Wallet Press came from. There's no branding. You selling everything everybody else got. That's where the Wallet Press concept came from. What's going to make you unique? What makes you stand out? And then go be in front of the people that's going to be interested in your uniqueness. Next year, I'm taking 3 different companies to a completely different show. 3. Because what's the point of keep trying to sell something to an audience that isn't the ideal audience for your product? Just because this is the way it's supposed to be, that this is what we always did? Hell no. Hell no. And some of them have like different classes of products. So we just spin off a new company. Let's go. We going over here. Let's see what happens over here. More people, different target demographic. But let's go to this show and see what happens. If it works, we'll do 3 of them. If it worked better than that, we'll do all 7. Whatever the product it is that you have. And look, I know we can print for everybody. I know we can print for the school, the sports team, the business. I know that. And I'm not saying don't do that. But I'm saying go out here and get very specific about who your perfect customer is. Who's spending the most money with you and giving you the least headache. Because that's the only person I want. I want 10 of you spending $10,000 a year with me. What type of business are you in? Oh, you a nonprofit? Oh, you a construction company? Oh, whatever. That's not to say I'm not going to take the lawn care company from down the street. It's not to say that at all. That's not to say that at all. Bro, they got to do better. This is one of the reasons I hate transfers, bro. Like, they got to do better. This shit's crooked on this paper. You got to do better, more consistent. I'd much rather just screen printed these. My boy went ordered the transfers. But it's perfect timing because my dryer's down. So I had to use another tool. Can you hear me now? How about now? No? See if I can fix it. I'm back. Okay, yeah. All right, cool. So I was saying, when it came to the comment was Sawgrass is the most what did it say? I need to take this shirt off. It said Sawgrass is the most rip-off printer system ever created. And I was saying I agree. However, one thing that I did like is because my degree and my background is in computer science and kind of stuff. Like, I do not like converting things from one to another and using them because I don't like troubleshooting. Like, my dryer's broke and I probably would just get rid of it and buy a new one, right? Like, that's how I don't like to be in the troubleshooting. I just want to come in and print. One of the reasons I stayed away from DTF for this long is because I don't want to be in the game of troubleshooting and sitting here for an hour. I want to come in, I want to use my stuff, and then I want to move on to the next thing. The pure process of sublimation before, it was the only option was Sawgrass that had a system. So while they were always overpriced, which I said, I'm like, however, I like a system. I need a system. I don't want to convert. I don't want to have a can't get purples out. I don't want to do all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have to color profile, and I do not want to do any of that. So now that Epson's came out with a printer, the game's over. Now that Epson's came out with a printer, the game is over, right? So, yeah. Sawgrass has a nice booth at the shows. They got some new products, but I think they have and will find their place in craft shows. Like, they've been out of the professional game now. They are a company that also belongs at the craft shows. You ain't seen this technique before. I ain't showed y'all this one. Epson. So Epson has two. The small one is the Epson 170, and then the large one is the 570. Likewise. But yeah, so what else I got on the topic for y'all, man? I don't even know. I don't know if so it's probably some new people in here. Get on my email list. Go to tshirtsasu.com and get on the email list if you want to join. I am doing a workshop this month on building a website, the 6-figure, 1-page website. six-figure, one page, and I'm just going to show you guys how to build an effective homepage for your business. I'm going to show you guys a platform that's easily managed, and I'm going to use that as a stepping stone to kind of show you guys more. Everybody inside the program, my man Marcel, who's on live with us right now, is in the Six Figure Printer Club. So he's built his own website, and now he's going to start to get into automation. So now we're laying the foundation to what happens when we get a new customer. How do we teach them to interact with us? How do we follow up with a customer base of 100 or 50 and not make it work? Well, you got to put everything in place like these big businesses do, like I do with the companies that I work with. I've now had to re-implement that stuff for myself, and then I'm showing you guys how to do it as well. So that's going to be on the 25th and 26th. Get on the email list. I'm going to send an email out. You can go to sixfigureprinterclub.com/website. /website, and that will take you to the workshop. So if you want to join in, I'm going to show you guys the best practices that I have for you guys when it comes to what a website should look like, one page, what your home page should consist of, how you get people when they find you to give you their information and permission to market to them forever. This is where we're going to get that done. And so I want to make sure that you guys how long are you going to be at the shop? Maybe 30 minutes, maybe an hour, maybe an hour. If that. Once I get through these t-shirts, the hoodies go really quick. Bigger. I love this press. This is always my backup press. I keep it around in case I got any ladies working, because this press, the ease of opening and closing it is bananas. So it doesn't require a lot of effort, which I like. There's one shirt in here that's off. Morning, morning. I made this design like 6 years ago. Still goes. Still goes. Yeah, you just unlocked a new little hack right here, did you? I don't show people this too much, man. This might be the first time it been on video. It's the one shirt that was off. Messing everything up. Baby girl. Baby girl. Let me see you dance. Let me see you twirl. Dang, it's more and more shirts. Every time I look, it's more shirts. Thought that was it. Shirts is deceiving because they on top of a bunch of hoodies. So I just like the hoodies is overpowering the joint. Baby girl. Baby girl. Don't be telling nobody this, y'all. That's how you increase production. I don't know what that said. Where do you get your shirts and hoodies from? Yo, it's crazy. We had a one-on-one coaching call yesterday, and we were going in because she's not in the t-shirt industry. So, but we're gonna be adding things in. So, kind of like neglect like some of the most basic information. So I told her I was going to actually put together a resource, like a buyer's guide. Like I shop mainly at Sanmar, and I use mainly their house products. However, when you're talking about like Sanmar, and then the only other one theoretically is SNS. There are other ones out here like One Stop, like there's a few other little smaller ones, but the main two that cover and have distribution across the U.S. can get to anywhere pretty much within 2 days. You probably a day within a warehouse would be Sanmar and SNS Activewear. And then in there, they have a bunch of brands, so you can get everything at one place as you see fit or as you need. And so that is one of the things that I am going to I'm gonna make a resource for. I'm gonna make a video for. I'm gonna probably talk about all of these brands. It would be great to get I don't know, supplier support. I could try. Every time it's like one shirt. So when you do this, you don't have to really worry about it. It may be like one shirt. Sometimes it's no shirts, but the last 2 times it felt like it was one shirt. But you'll see it when it comes up, and then you can make a quick adjustment. Shout out to my guy, Stevie Steve. Appreciate you, man, as always. I was expecting to see you at the show. Yeah. So, Alfred Broder, go to Sanmar. If you were shopping at Alfred Broder, one, you should have an account with SNS now, right? So you can get SNS. Before then, it was Bodick and Rhodes. So I personally like Sanmar. I feel like Sanmar cares more. You know, I did do a project with them, but I've always felt like there's a family-owned company. It's something about a large family-owned company that actually ends up like it passes on to their customers. Like they care more. Like your orders are packed nicer. It's then you got companies that are owned by, you know, multiple people, venture capitalists or some firm, and it's about $1 and everything's speed and efficiency, and they don't give a shit. And so I like Sanmar, and then I love their products, their house products. I feel like they are better than their equivalents. So the equivalent products, I feel like Sanmar's house products are better than the equivalent products. So Porting Company's better than Gildan. The shirt, to me, hand to hand is better, softer, same product style, softer feel, good quality, cheaper price. So I rock with their house brands, which is Porting Company, um, Port Authority, it's one more. Porting Company, Port Authority, District. And Port Authority, Porting Company, District. Here goes my off shirt. Porting Company, Port Authority, District, and what else? Sports Tech. Yeah, so District is that. So Porting Company, District, that would be like Next Level, Bella Canvas Lane. And then Port Authority is like corporate houseware. So if you're looking at like Eddie Bauer or some of the Nike stuff, not the athletic Nike stuff, but the more stylish Nike stuff, that would be District. And then Sport Tech would be like your actual athletic stuff, your Nike style, your Under Armour style. Those are my go-tos right there. Man, Port and Company has a fan favorite line. Is like a fucking perfect cheap t-shirt, like a perfect Gildan, called their fan favorite. Fire. I love that product hands down. And that's what I'm printing on for the most part. Their fan favorite line for their fleece and their t-shirt. I can't really see what y'all saying, so hopefully I sound like somebody solved the problem for somebody. Probably was like, how do you spell it or something. Appreciate it. That's what community's for, man. So then you could take your shirts and you could just like make sure that they line up. Just take a second to do that. It's still way faster. Load up 4-5 at a time, 6 at a time. Loosen your pressure up, go 7 at a time, 10 at a time. All the same size, yes. And look, so that one, I had the arms here. All I'm going to do is, if I see it, like, I can see the line here and this line here, all I'm going to do is make a small adjustment for that shirt, and I'm good. Right to the next one. The collar should be right in about the same place. Everything else should be good. You just make a small adjustment, and and you keep it moving. Yeah, it'll work with auto heat press as long as you can see it. So you just gotta just keep a pressure that'll work for everything. The top ones will get a little bit firmer pressure. The bottom ones, you know, so you want to make sure it's adequate at the bottom. But yeah, it'll work. Maybe here. You gotta make me make a video about this. Fuck super color. You don't rock with that. Sworn enemies. It's like, nah, we good. I don't use super color no more. I don't rock with the brand anymore. I was blackballed. So I built the new infrastructure. Got new companies, new products on the team, and we building, we grinding, we hustling, we growing, and we don't rock with them over there. We got different morals, principles, and values. Baby girl. So I know y'all gonna ask, can you do this with hoodies? I don't, because they're too thick. Maybe you can do two, but they're too thick in general to be doing that. Yep, on the decline. New owner, they on the decline. They did me dirty, and look what happened to them. Yeah, I ain't know all these t-shirts in here. She said it was like 31 hoodies. She said it was 31 hoodies. I flip out the second box, all these t-shirts. I'll be done in like 20 minutes now. I asked her yesterday how many. She sent me something else for another job. You can hold on to it.
From where?
I don't know, but I was like, I said, I don't even do that. It's like a 4-color front, 3-color back. And then that's what I thought you was.
Just for though. She ain't tell
I had to look at the email again. But that's what I thought you was dropping off. And I was ready to say, what the? Then you sent me a picture of this. I'm like, oh, that ain't no. But if it was that 4-color job, she emailed me 4-color front, 3-color back. I passed.
Pretty much.
Take that job up Philly.
Yeah, that's all. Take it up there. I'm about to.
See this joint? What you think? Got some red hoodies coming.
Yeah.
In the back. Great. I got 50 for Dell State, 30 for Cheney. I'm gonna give it to the cheerleaders. Straight bleach. They got them covered in damn got that Joe bleaching with the stencil. Yeah, but she said like a couple of them gonna making a couple trips or something when stuff is done. So this going straight to the bookstore.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I was like, I'm gonna make my joint, give it to the cheerleaders. I'll just give them a couple dollars back. Well, they gonna spend it with me anyway, so they gonna get some stuff, some bags. Question: which printer do you use? I currently have the ET4000, but I see issues with clogging. Which printer would you recommend? For what? For what you using it for? Are you talking about film printing? All right. Yeah, the hoodie's gonna go fast. By the time you get back, I'll leave them out front. I'm out of here. Take that out. You got a key. I'll leave them here if I leave. What'd you say? This is way better. So I use, what is this? The Canon IX6820. I had one for like 3 years that was used before that when my homeboy Vlad gave me from printing on Main Street. And I had it for a while. I started using off-brand inks, and it just went downhill after that. So I bought another one. I just got it. No problems. Yeah, I just used that one. I think it was like $200. I think it was on sale. It used to be like $5. I think it was down to like $200. So I picked that thing up quickly. Bop bop. You reason? I don't know what you mean by reuse. It's a bunch. It's a stack of prints. It's probably like 100 over here. It's probably like 70 pieces for the order. I don't. I recommend you go get Epson printer with the Epson sublimation ink. All that conversion and all of that kind of stuff, I don't do that. That's crafting activities. Go get a system and rock out. Epson 570 if you in sublimation. I should be seeing some new people getting on the email list, ready to come to class, man, ready to get this working. Ready to get this working. It's gonna be released probably next week. The price is gonna go up for the workshop to $47. And the week of, at some point, it's gonna be $97 for you to join the class. And so, join now. Email gonna go out, and you'll get in for $27 I also have a roadmap for you guys. The roadmap will give you everything you need to know about the industry. Everything you need to know about the industry will be there. I'll be there. I'll be there. Just call my name and I'll be there. Also, sixfigureprinterclub.com/website. Yeah, shout out to Cosmo. Listen, I am all for whatever it is that you want to do that's going to get you going. I'm not opposed to a certain ink or anything like that. I just don't like having to troubleshoot. So if I can buy proprietary, I'm always going to buy proprietary. I just told you guys on my film printer here, I thought I was saving some money. I was going to go get an off-brand ink off Amazon, and next thing you know, a printer that worked for probably over 5 years, no problem, started to get lines in the prints and all of this kind of craziness. I got to troubleshoot like crazy to try to figure out what's wrong and clean the head, and hopefully I get a good print. And then after I do the sample print, I try to print again, and the next one messed up. I do not want to go through that. So I shop accordingly. Like, that's just me. But if you all right with converting and you want to spend a little less, or you like a certain brand or somebody's branding and all of that kind of stuff caters to you or appeals to you, then by all means, go get it. Shout out to Cosmo, shout out to Crafting Besties. I'll be there. Just call my name. Dre, go get it. Appreciate you, fam. Hey, man. That's how it is, man. I used to watch Gary Vee. I don't watch Gary Vee. You know what I'm saying? Tap in when you want to. I'm here doing the same thing. Hustling, grinding, and getting it. I know, right? What up, new man? That's a wrap, my guys and girls. Put it up for sale, man. Don't trash it. Sell it. Just get them from a company. We just ordered. My dryer's broke, so typically I would screen print that, but my dryer's broke, so we just ordered some transfers. They probably from FME. I don't even got that brand on here. I'm assuming it's from FME. I got some of these to do. Get those right. How long did it take me to discover? I mean, you always are like continuously improving. The more that you do stuff, like you're doing it so that you're gonna be like, oh, let me move the shirts here. Let me put this here. Let me. So as you're going through and trying to figure out like what's your workflow gonna be, sometimes it changes. Pretty sure you can get. Oh shoot, get that in this patched. Sorry. So you're just trying to figure out what's going to be the most efficient. I tell you, it's a lot easier with a lower heat press to do some of the techniques, like the height. All of that stuff is stuff that I play with over time about how high I want something and all of that kind of stuff. So you just continuously um, work on being efficient and getting things kind of tailored and geared up to the way that you want them to be for the most part. No wrong with stalls. A wise man said, yes, use it, break it, and get another one. That means you're using it. That's it. That's the truth. That is the truth, man. That means you're hustling. What just happened? You know? Put all of your equipment to use so much that you break it. That's a good problem. That's a good problem. I told Francesca the same thing. I'm like, you're not going to just sit there and watch it and it's not going to work. It's going to break no matter what you do. You're never gonna know how to use it if you don't try to use it. So you might as well go ahead and break it, figure out how to use it, and you figure out how to fix it. And the next time you know what you do wrong, and you just keep going. So, all right, man, I'm done here for the day. Um, Waiting on this package. Go pick up my new stencils, and we're gonna be making a bunch of these. So I'll be making content on this. This incognito bleach stencil. I called it bleach stencil logo tee. I saw it. I'll catch you in a second. I'm on that phone right now because y'all said the other one be making that static noise. I ain't never had to call Sawgrass. I ain't never have a problem with my Sawgrass. That's why I like it. That's the only thing I like. But $1,600 was rape. All right, just hit me up. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.